Lesson 22, Food. Hello and welcome to this lesson. Today, we are going to talk about one of everyone's favorite topics, food. We will cover how to describe flavors and tastes, the appearance and quality of food, eating out at restaurants, and eating at home. This is very practical vocabulary that you will use often. So, let us get started. Talking about flavors and tastes, adjectives. Let us begin with adjectives to describe different flavors and tastes, along with some opposites. Food can be hot or spicy, like a curry, and the opposite of that is mild. Bland means it has very little flavor, and it is rather negative. Salty means it has a lot of salt, and sugary means it has a lot of sugar. If something is sickly, it has too much sugar. Savory is pleasant, slightly salty, or with herbs. It is not sweet. Sour has a sharp, often unpleasant taste, like a lemon. It is not sweet. Bitter also has an unpleasantly sharp taste. Tasty means it has a good taste or flavor, and the opposite is tasteless, which means no flavor at all. And moreish describes food that has a pleasant taste, so you want to eat more. Let us see some examples. I love spicy food, especially curries. The hotter, the better. My sister prefers mild curries. Those cakes are too sugary for me. They have a sickly taste. At the party, they had some delicious savory snacks that were very moreish. But the breakfast buffet was poor quality. The coffee tasted bitter and the fruit juice was sour. And the food on the plane was bland and tasteless. It was like eating cardboard. Appearance, presentation, and quality of food. Now, let us talk about how we describe the appearance, presentation, and quality of food. If meat is cooked too much, we say it is overcooked or overdone. If it is not cooked enough, we say it is undercooked or underdone. If a mango is not ready to eat, it is unripe. The opposite is ripe. And if fruit is in season, it is being produced and is readily available. If butter is too old and not good to eat, we say it has gone off. Sometimes you might not feel like anything heavy. You just want something light, like a salad. British cooking can be very stodgy, which means heavy and hard to digest. Some people prefer to buy organic fruit and vegetables. That means grown without artificial chemicals. We should all try to have a balanced diet, without too much or too little of any particular thing. A diet of junk food, which is unhealthy but easy and quick to eat, can cause long-term health problems. And processed food, which has been treated with chemicals to preserve it or give it extra color or taste, is generally not good for you either. Eating out. Now, let us talk about eating out. At most good restaurants, you usually have to book a table or make a reservation beforehand. If something happens, you may need to cancel the booking or reservation. In the UK, a meal in a restaurant is typically 3 courses, a starter, which is a light snack or appetizer, a main course, and then a dessert. You can often order side dishes. These are smaller dishes alongside the main course, like an extra vegetable. Some restaurants may have a set menu, which is a selection of dishes at a fixed price, or you can order individual dishes, which is called ordering à la carte. Restaurants often have specials, dishes only available on that day, advertised on a board. They often cater for vegetarians, non-meat eaters, people who do not eat meat but are not vegetarians, and vegans, people who do not eat or use any animal products such as meat, fish, eggs, cheese, or leather. Eating at home. Finally, let us look at some phrases you might hear when eating at home. The host, the person who has invited the guests, might say, right, there is more soup. Who wants seconds? That means a second serving of something. A guest might say, oh yes, please. It was absolutely delicious. The host might say, there is bread here. Just help yourself, meaning serve yourself. Then the host might say, be sure to keep a bit of room for some pudding. At home, desserts are often called pudding, which is uncountable, a sweet, which is countable, or afters, which is plural. A guest might ask, can I refill your glass? And the host might say yes. The guest then says, say when, which means tell me when to stop pouring, and the host says when the glass is full. So, that is our lesson on food. These terms and phrases will help you describe food, order at restaurants, and enjoy meals with friends and family with confidence.